Welcome back to our continuing coverage of the summer preview here at Origins 2018. I'm here with Tom Wetzel from KOSMOS, and he's going to show us some stuff that's coming up this year. So take it away, Tom.
Thanks, Sam. We've got some great stuff coming out from KOSMOS. A lot of stuff that is just strengthening our brands. And the first one is the Legends of Andor Dark Heroes. This has been released for a little while as far as like information, but it's not available yet, and it won't be available till probably Gen Con or shortly after.
Okay.
But the really cool thing about the Dark Heroes expansion is, although it's built for the third Andor series, the third one, the Last Hope, it's the conclusion of the whole thing.
Right.
This one's backwards compatible.
Oh, that's cool.
And all of the heroes in this one are cursed.
All right.
Which sounds horrible, but you also get extra good powers with them too.
Yeah, I mean they look like they're cool. This is a guy, what is he, a werebear?
Well, he's like a shapeshifter.
Okay.
And you can control him somewhat. He's super powerful, like a bear is, you know.
Yeah.
But he wants to go to the forest, of course. So sometimes he'll just wander back to the forest.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So things like that. There's also like a half man, half Skrull. All these things are so cool. And like I said, they're a little bit cursed. So it's a whole new challenge to every game that you've already played.
That's
if you've
cool.
played the first two, then this adds new characters. And if you haven't played the third one, well, you got to check it out.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it when expansions kind of just give you a little bit of a twist, not really a complete overhaul with how the game plays, just gives you a little bit of twist. I love it when expansions do that. So that's cool. Legends of Andor, Dark Heroes.
Very excited.
That's cool, and you've got a copy of Targi here.
Yes. So I remember years ago watching the Dice Tower Top 10 two-player series, and I was like, I watched, I think it was, I think Z recommended Targi.
Yes.
And I was like, I've never heard of that. I'll check it out. I did. I loved it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, soon after, it became impossible to find because it went out of print.
Right.
So we've been getting a lot of recommendations for it. We're bringing it back into print ourselves, along with next year, the expansion.
All right, cool.
So look forward to that. Great, one of those grail games that a lot of people are looking for.
So they're coming back into print. You can be able to pick it up again.
Yep. This copy is the exact same as the original one.
No changes?
No changes.
Just a reprint, basically. All right, super. That's great. So what else have you got for us today?
Quickly, I'll just show these. These have been buzzing around the internet as well. So you may have seen images of them.
Two new exits.
Two new exits. So the Sinister Mansion is a little bit easier. Oh, I brought the wrong two, actually. So the Sunken Treasure is the one that's coming out that's a little bit easier.
Okay.
The Dead Man on the Orient Express, also coming out right now, is quite a bit harder.
It looks like it's harder, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No spoilers, but the Dead Man on the Orient Express, well, they all have a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a trick to them, right?
Sure, yeah.
I really like this one. The Sunken Treasure is great too. It has one of my favorite single riddles of all time. But this has a whole, that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, you got to be careful with these. Because we don't want to give spoilers. But okay, so we've got one that's called the what was the one that you...
Sunken Treasure.
The Sunken Treasure, and then you also have Dead Man on the Orient Express.
Yep.
Both coming out from Exit, the game. All right, cool. And you've got a couple others over here.
I'll bring these both out at the same time, but they're not related, obviously.
All right.
Word Slam Family is going to be great. It's the same game as Word Slam, only the words are family friendly, but they're kind of family friendly in the original one. This is just a smaller box, smaller price point. It's going to be $15, and it's got a different mechanism for choosing your next word. So there's no dice, there's no timer.
Okay.
It's all kind of the same game with a new way to do it.
Okay. All right, that's cool. That's Word Slam Family. When is this going to be available?
That's going to be available also Gen Con time.
Gen Con time around that. You said about a $15 price point?
Yeah.
All right, that's really cool.
That's great.
Really cool. And what is this?
Well, this is what I am currently most excited about. It's Lost Cities Rivals, and we just got word that we're going to be the first to release it in the world. Like, it's going to come to the US first.
That's cool.
Which is awesome.
That's also kind of backwards, but...
Right?
Yeah, but that's all right. That's cool.
I don't know why, but so we're going to actually have it very first sneak peek of Lost Cities Rival at Gen Con. Not to purchase, but we're going to have copies there to demo.
Okay. So what, of course it's got the Lost Cities brand on it. What is it all about?
So that's probably what I'm most excited about, right? Is that this brings the same mechanism of putting, like, you've got in the card game, you've got a hand of cards and you're putting them down in sequence, and it's always that give and take with, like, what do you want to give up to your competitor,
right?
Or what do you want to, like, have take up space in your hand? This, it takes away the hand mechanism, so you don't have any cards in your hand. Okay. You have a pool of cards that you're auctioning for. Okay. And then once you've acquired them, they go into your expedition, your tableau that you're trying to build up in sequential order. So it's got some really cool mechanisms that make it a really tight economy. You're never going to want to spend too much on any one hand, which makes it. But then you also get your money back. So there's it's one of those games. I mean, Lost Cities, in my opinion, I feel like if you explain it to someone, they're just going to say, well, what's the point? Like, where's the game in that? And then when you play it once or twice or 3 times,
understand it, right,
and you're like, oh, I get it now. Yeah. This is going to have that same kind of reward for a completely different.
So what kind of auctioning is it going to be? Is it going to be like a blind bidding, or is it open it up and?
Here we go.
Okay.
So this is just an empty box.
Yeah. That's cool.
And you can see from this. First of all, it's 2 to 4 players, which is really nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
So 4 players can play, and on your turn, you decide if you're going to reveal a new card to add to the stockpile, or you're going to start a bid.
Okay.
And when I first read this, I thought it's going to be a little bit like Raw, which is another great Knizia game and an auction game. Yeah. I thought it was going to feel the same, which was great by me. But it's actually a completely different feel because, okay, so you start the auction, and it goes around until everyone kind of bows out. Highest bidder pays, everyone else takes their money back.
Okay, that's cool. All right, I like that.
Yep. And if you've won the auction, you can do a couple of things with those cards. You can take them all into your deck or into your tableau, or you can just discard one of them out of the game entirely, which is a little bit mean if you're trying, right? Like if you know someone else is going for those yellows and you're like, I don't want it, but you can't have it.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's really cool. Yeah, and so same box size as the Word Slam. This is going to be $15 as well.
Both of them. Well, all right.
Yeah, each. $15.
Yeah, of course, of course. All right. So when is this going to be coming to? I believe did you say Gen Con? You're going to be demoing it?
Yes.
Okay, and then after that?
After that, it's going to be probably a couple weeks before we get them in the retail stores.
Okay. Yeah. So that's pretty close to a release of Gen Con, but. Yeah. Not really.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. So you've got a lot of neat stuff here. I'll bring some of it back just so you can see everything that you showed. The Dark Heroes expansion for Legends of Andor, a couple of Exit, the games, and the re-release of Targi. All right, well, thank you, Tom, for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Big C.
You guys go ahead and just keep your eye out for these things. Looks really neat. We're going to go ahead and get on out of here and get ready for our next one. We thank you for joining us. We'll see you on the flip side.